Hey fish friends and family, this is an update and it is on the moving of the Pacus. I've moved them in this tank, actually in the same net together. They both stayed right together, and when I netted one, the other went in the net, and due to the violence of the thrashing, this is just the floor from putting them in this tank. You can imagine what the tank they came out of looks like. But they're in here, and they haven't bothered anything. They haven't had time to really settle in. It's only been 10, maybe 15 minutes. That's the larger one there. The smaller ones in the background over there, they've gotten separated in here. They were staying right together. So I came and sat down here, and they definitely recognized me, my shape, if not me. And this one's trying to come back out. Yeah, that's the bigger one, I'm pretty sure. It's hard to tell when they're away from each other. I'd like them to get back together if they can, just for the, just to provide some consolation maybe to the two of them. But they've settled down quite a bit. They haven't bothered anything. There they go. There they go. They see each other there now. And apologies, you know, I rarely apologize for algae or anything, but because my tanks are what they are, but they have really torn this up in here. Some of the wood's askew and floating and all that, so kind of looks like a storm came through, huh? But they're doing great. The first thing that approached them was one of the little platinum convicts, or parrots rather. I see the reflection of one way down there to the left, and they had kind of settled in this area here on the left at first, and the platinum went right up to them, like right up in their faces, and I thought, oh my God, but they just kind of flicked it away with their tails like fish do when they don't want to fish near them. So we'll see. We'll see. They're staying over there away from me. They know I'm the guy with the food though. I fed them this morning some treats and about half of what they normally get at night, so they're definitely not hungry, so anything that happens would be just out of fear or defending themselves. The Severums approached them as a group, and they're still grouped together, so it's interesting. That might be what they might do in the wild if they saw Pacu. I don't know. I don't know if they even have any idea what they are instinctively. None of these fish, as far as I know, are wild caught. They may like those branches. The tank they've been in really never was a suitable tank for them, size-wise or decor. So this is more their biotope type, silk plants and real wood and real rocks and real sand, but we'll see. I'll do an update on them later if there's anything to see. Hopefully it's just settling in and that kind of thing. Guys, I do worry about my little blind Severum, the one on the left there at the bottom. It knows the tank, and of course things have been moved a bit, so normally that plant's further down here and it kind of huddles under it at night. But anyway, rambling again. These guys are getting more up in the current up there from the wave makers and the tidal pumps. Interesting, just was in a live stream a bit ago, and again somebody said that tidals don't look like they have the media basket size of Aquaclear, and again I said, and again they have more media room. I've kept them both, so I just don't understand how people that have no experience with a product or a fish or something choose to speak out and form an opinion when someone that does have experience with it is stating their experience. So some people just have to be right when they're obviously wrong, and when they're told they're wrong, they have to still be right. So it's aggravating and frustrating. Anyway, didn't realize I needed to vent about that, but I did, I guess. Yeah, they're staying pretty calm. Calmer than I am, huh? I'm kind of jazzed up I just decided if I'm going to do it, now's the time. And I haven't moved the puffers, but that entails me catching the Cory cats out of the tank they're going in. So hopefully I'll get that done too today. I've talked about it for weeks. A feeding video in here might be of interest to everybody, so we'll see. Maybe I'll do a short one of that tonight. Thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all watching. And I suppose it will scare them when I get up and walk around. Being in one room I got them in March. I look back when I started doing videos on them. And so they were small back then. And of course, being on the camera doesn't really show how big they are. Almost the same size now. Having more and more trouble seeing who's the big one. It's the one in the front, the one to the left. Their body shapes are different, so I hope that's a telltale sign of sex. But I really haven't tried to sex them or thought much about it. Of course, here come all my beggars, all my hungry guys over here. The main or the most dominant fish in here is the big green, turquoise red spotted male zebra, and he tagged one of them on the tail when it backed into him, so maybe they'll be, there he comes, they'll be maybe just like they were with the other tank and not assume any dominance role. Fish in the other tank were still jerking food out of their mouths, and one of them was trying to grab food, one of the Pacu, this morning, and one of the 5-inch tetras went sideways in its mouth, and it just came right back out. It spit it back out. It never closed its mouth, so it was totally accidental. I saw it, so they're settling down a little bit now. I don't think they got banged up at all. There may be a scale or two missing on the one to the right. It's hard to tell with the spangles. Alright, guys, update you as anything happens, but they are finally moved, and I know a lot of you will be relieved to see them in a tank they really can grow in properly.